Great question. For post-op care, do you do lymphatic massages? We do try to stay away from calling manual lymphatic drainage, also known as MLD, massages, just because massage is a licensed profession. And we as nurses, even though we were the first massage therapists, really have to be careful about that because we are not massage therapists, we are licensed as nurses. But as far as manual lymphatic drainage, yes, that is in our scope of practice in most states that I know of. So another story there. Now for me to get to the point. But before I do, my name is Rainika. I'm a concierge nurse practitioner, and I'm also wound care certified. And I am the founder of the Concierge Nurse Network, as well as the creator of Post-Op Recovery Bootcamp that helps nurses start their post-op concierge nursing business. Now that we've gotten past that, lymphatic drainage or lymphatic massages, I used to provide them with my concierge private post-op recovery packages. I attended the Academy of Lymphatic Studies. I obtained my MLD-C certification, and I, for a very long time, a few years, provided this service in conjunction with my private care packages because I saw the need. I saw patients getting out of surgery, being in a lot of pain, a lot of swelling, a lot of fluid, and I just really was intrigued by the lymphatic system and how I could help support them as far as getting started on their recovery, right? Now, with that said, I remember a time where I picked up a patient from surgery, I transported her to her hotel, I gave her an IV drip, I gave her her post-op lymphatic sessions, MLD, and patients will call them lymphatic massages, so, that's okay. I transported her to her post-op appointment. I kept her family in the loop, all the things that we do and all that is part of concierge nursing care. No big deal there. But one thing I realized over time was that I was exhausted. I realized that, of course, I want to provide a very high level of care. I wanted these patients to have their money's worth, but trying to be everything and trying to cover every part of the recovery process, it took a huge toll, and it wasn't sustainable. And that was my response to the Destiny. I told Destiny in the comments for this, the original post, is that it's nothing wrong with wanting to do that. It's not a thing wrong with expanding your education, getting a certification, because even though I don't offer it anymore with my post-surgical or my concierge care, it is very helpful to have the understanding that I have of the lymphatic system now with doing wound care. It all goes together, okay? So nothing is ever going to be lost. It's going to have a reason or a meaning later, even if it doesn't right now. Remember that. But yeah, it wasn't sustainable to be to be the lymphatic therapist, to be the person doing the IV therapy, to be the person providing transportation. I just had to be honest with myself, even after spending thousands on training and, mentorship and getting the certification, that it wasn't sustainable. Did I say it wasn't sustainable? It wasn't sustainable. So I stopped doing it. I do partner with other professionals in the area, and I refer the patients to them. And it's a relief, honestly. It's such a relief because now with my patients, it's just a matter of focusing on the nursing care, the concierge nursing experience, their recovery from the nursing perspective, education, emptying drains, keeping the family updated. We even diminished how much transport we do. We used to drive patients for miles. We used to drive patients probably an hour to post-op appointments. And as time went, I just learned to really hone in my services, be honest with myself about what was working, what wasn't working, what I actually enjoy doing, which is the great thing about being the business owner. And guess what? It has not hurt my business in any way by taking those services away and really pivoting and being honest about what I really want to offer. Yes, we start our businesses to focus on our patients and provide a certain level of care and experience to them. But if you're not happy, if you're not doing what you enjoy, if you're doing things that are not sustainable, it won't sustain and you will burn out. So like, follow, share, and stay with me for plenty more on concierge nursing and also wound care, because that is another passion of mine.